Learn easily with English Core and more. Hey, I've been meaning to ask you, how's your English going? Last time we talked, you were planning to improve it.
Oh, hey, yeah, I've been working on it. But honestly, it's been a bit slow. I try to practice every day, but sometimes I just get lazy. How about you? You've been learning English for a while now, right?
Yeah, I've been at it for a couple of years now. I've definitely gotten better, but I still feel like there's so much to learn. What's been the hardest part for you?
For me, it's mostly speaking. I understand a lot when I read or listen to things in English, but when I try to speak, I get stuck. I guess I'm afraid of making mistakes. It's like I don't want to sound silly.
I totally get that. It's a bit nerve-wracking at first. I felt the same way when I started, but honestly, making mistakes is part of the process. The more you speak, the more confident you'll get. Plus, people usually appreciate that you're trying to speak their language.
That's true. I've been trying to watch more English movies and shows to get used to the accent and vocabulary. It helps, but I feel like I need more practice speaking out loud. Any tips?
Yeah, watching movies and shows is great for picking up natural phrases and slang. But for speaking, I think you should try talking to people online. There are language exchange apps where you can find native speakers who want to practice your language, and you can practice English with them in return too.
Oh, that sounds interesting. I never thought about that. Do you use any apps?
I've used a couple. One is asterisk hello talk asterisk. It's pretty good because you can text, voice message, or even do video calls. I also tried asterisk tandem asterisk for a while. Both apps have native speakers, so you can learn slang, pronunciation, and all that.
Nice. I think I'll give them a try. It's just that sometimes I feel like I don't know enough vocabulary to have a full conversation.
I felt that way too, but the thing is, you don't need to know every word. It's about communication, not perfection. If you can get your point across, people will understand. And the more you practice, the more words you'll pick up naturally.
Yeah, I guess that's true. And I've noticed that when I talk to people, sometimes I know the word in my head, but can't remember it when I need it. Do you have any tricks for remembering new words?
Oh, definitely. One thing that helped me was using flashcards. I use an app called Asterisk Anki Asterisk to make my own decks. I put new words, their meanings, and example sentences. It's great for memorization. Also, try to use the word in a sentence or talk about it out loud. That way, it sticks better.
That's a good idea. I always forget words because I don't practice them enough. I should probably write them down too. Huh?
Yes, writing them down helps a lot. Plus, when you write sentences using new words, you remember them faster. And honestly, the more you expose yourself to English through books, podcasts, or even social media, the better your vocabulary will become.
Yeah, I've started listening to English podcasts when I'm driving or doing chores. It helps me get used to the rhythm and sounds of the language. I've also been trying to read books in English, but sometimes the text is a bit too hard for me.
That's a great way to practice. If the books are too difficult, maybe start with easier ones like children's books or short stories. You can always look up words you don't understand, and eventually, you'll be able to read more complex texts.
That's a good point. Maybe I should try reading a simpler book first and then work my way up. I think that would help me build confidence.
Exactly. The key is consistency. If you practice a little every day, even just for 15 to 20 minutes, you'll definitely see progress. Don't be too hard on yourself though. Language learning takes time, and it's okay to make mistakes.
Thanks. That makes me feel a lot better. I think I'll start using those apps you mentioned and try reading a simpler book. Hopefully, I'll get better soon.
You will, I'm sure of it. And remember, we can always practice together too. I'm always up for a chat in English if you want.
That sounds awesome. Let's do it. Thanks for all the tips.
Anytime, you got this. Let's keep each other motivated.